Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's having a good morning. Let's see who's in here. Austin, Lisa, Martha. Okay, that must be an old comment. Cheryl, Light Feather, Chatterbox, Verbal, Red Rum, Mark, Denning. Good morning. I've been praying for you, Mark. I hope you're doing okay. Y'all, please remember 411 now in your prayers. He's still out of town. I saw he done a community post. His friend got killed. So he's out of town dealing, going to the funeral and doing all that. So pray for him. He's had a tough year. He lost his grandmother also not long ago. So I saw something about Carole Baskin this morning. It freaking clickbaited me. It was talking about the dogs alerting by Don Lewis's lake house. Well, once I got into the article, I realized that happened when they were filming this ID documentary that's going to start Sunday night. I think it's like 8 or 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. But the dog alerted like twice at this certain spot at the lake. It surprised me that cadaver dogs could alert in water. You know what I mean? That's so crazy. I'm going to pull up the article. Mark says, thank you, Cece. I'm doing okay. Just getting ready to go to my little brother's funeral. Oh, prayers, Mark. Hey, TC, good morning. Praying for you, hon. Can't imagine. I've got two brothers. Well, actually, I've got three brothers. I just met one of my brothers 13 years ago when I was pregnant with my son. But anyways, I'm the only girl. I love my brothers, even though they drive me crazy. So I can't imagine praying for you. If you need anything, just let us know. Okay, so let me get this pulled up here about Carole Baskin. Cadaver dogs appear to have picked up the scent of human remains near a Florida lake house belonging to Carole Baskin's missing husband, Don Lewis. Lewis, who started a Tampa animal sanctuary, which later became Big Cat Rescue Corporation, vanished a day before a scheduled trip to Costa Rica back in 1997. Despite the fact he was legally declared dead back in 2002. His disappearance garnered global interest earlier this year following Carole Baskin's appearance in the Netflix documentary Tiger King. I saw an article about Joe Exotic too, ripping Carole Baskin. We'll have to look at that. Lewis's remains have never been found, and Carole Baskin denies having anything to do with his disappearance. However, her arch nemesis, Joseph, also known as Joe Exotic, has made wild claims that she fed Don Lewis to tigers. In a new investigation discovery special titled Tigers, Lies, and Cover-Ups, set to air this coming Sunday, private detectives take another look at the case and bring in cadaver dogs to try and help locate Don Lewis's remains. Don really, really loved animals. Let me get down here. Oh, there's actually a clip of it. Do you guys want to see a clip of the dog alerting? It's on the Daily Mail. I don't know if they would strike my channel. They may because it's like the ID video. It's a big black German Shepherd. I can still screen share here. I hate trying to play videos when I'm live because for some reason, ever since I got this laptop, when I try to play videos on my live streams, they sound awful. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just going to try it. All they can do is just tell me to take it down, I guess. I guess they could copyright strike me. I'm not sure. If it'll play. That's a beautiful dog. Mark's nephew has a big German Shepherd.
The biggest mistake women can make when it comes to reducing wrinkles is not understanding.
Let's mute that commercial. I'm trying to unmute my mic. Okay, let's skip that ad. Play it, Amber.
That could have been a couple feet in diameter, a couple feet in height.
An hour on the water, they get a hit.
You've got a target right there.
The dog alerts to possible human remains. Jim and the team circle back to see if the dog signals again.
Yeah, we'll go back and hit it again.
Dogs are amazing.
Like when a dog alerts, is it the breathing that changes? The whole...
There's a whole chain here. Her stance changes, her ears, her shoulders, and then she starts to whine, and then she'll bark. Usually when the dog alerts, the target's behind us, because by the time the dog gets frustrated enough to alert, we've already passed it. So that's why we use the sonar. Once she alerts, I'll ask sonar to look for a target, because that means we're passing over it.
The boat heads to where the dog caught a scent.
She seems agitated. See how she's moving back and forth.
This is going to be a good documentary.
Right. Now, do you have a target yet?
When the dog alerts again, the team checks the sonar.
Man, she's beautiful.
Yeah, this whole area right here. And she's downing, which is her alert. So
the team has gone as far as it can with the dog and the sonar.
There's probably
Only
something there.
divers could tell for sure.
There's something in that lake. There's something that's causing the dog to continuously alert on that spot. And the fact that it's on the west side of that lake, in close proximity to where Don Lewis's lake house was, has to be explored further.
Okay. That's all. I better play of it. I might get in trouble for playing their crap. I'm not sure. I know, like Netflix, man, they will strike you. That's for sure. They did Red Rum the other day over some Watts videos. She probably submitted for the videos that she had. I guarantee it. But I think she fought that and won. Looks like a hit. Yeah, a dog's nose is hardly ever wrong. Like my hound dogs, I take them usually walking one at a time because they feed off each other's energy, right? It's hard to walk them both. But like I'll take Skylar on a walk, then I'll come back home and I'll take Lady. And Lady will follow the scent of Skylar, the path that she walked, all the way. I noticed it a long time ago. She does it every time. She sniffs the whole way there on the path that Skylar walked. It's amazing. So just imagine what a trained dog could do. These dogs aren't even trained. I'll tell you what Skylar did one time. When she wasn't very old. She was a good sized puppy. Chloe got lost. She went down in the woods, my little Yorkie. And we took Skylar down in the woods and she took us straight to Chloe. True story. But if I can ever get Mark on a live stream, he can verify that. It's a true story. Chloe was all the way down the woods at that abandoned house, that old homestead, way deep in the mountains. It was crazy. I really didn't believe it before, but I think She rid of her husband. Verbal, what do you mean you didn't believe it before? Look, I have thought, what if Dawn did have an accident somewhere? Maybe she wasn't involved, you know. That is a possibility. But, the way just her actions, the will being forged, she wasn't even the one that reported him missing. It was Anne McQueen, his secretary, slash manager, I guess. She did everything for him. She said she had no education when she started working for Dawn. And she just learned as she went. And she, helped him do good for himself. She kept the books and all that. And Dawn was afraid of Carole. He had took an envelope to Anne McQueen. And inside that, he's like, if anything happens to me, open this envelope up, right? And it had some papers in it. I think he tried to get a restraining order. He said he was afraid of Carole. Afraid she was going to kill him. I don't think she fed him to the tigers. I don't think that at all. I think she had help in doing it. That's my theory. But I don't know if they're ever going to find any evidence to charge her. I mean, it's been since like 1997. I thought I heard a little dog bark outside. It's weird. I was looking out my window. I don't see anything. They tried that on Kimberly and she got them. They tried to get her on the documentary saying that she copied it and it hasn't even been released. Yeah, it's going to be released on the 13th. What, Chatterbox? I thought it was drama, but she planned it all the way. Kenny helped her. Tarot reader. I'm with you on that, hon. I'm with you on that. That's what I think too. Me and you are thinking alike. Because isn't it funny that after Dawn disappeared, listen to this crap. Dawn had just disappeared. Anne McQueen was at the police station talking to him about it, right? As she's at the police station, the alarm at the office goes off, at Dawn's office. And Carole's in there taking documents and stuff out. What she was in there doing was looking for that will, which, let's not forget, 4 handwriting experts said Dawn's signature was forged. But anyways, after Dawn disappeared, she got rid of all Dawn's workers except for Kenny. I find that strange. I think she even got rid of Anne, didn't she? That's why she doesn't care, because it's so long and they have no evidence. Well, I think she just gave an interview or made a comment, not an interview, and said that she hopes they get it solved. Let me find that. See exactly what she said. So she can quit being accused. Oh my gosh, you type in Carole Baskin, there's all kinds of t-shirts that pop up. Here's one mug. It says, "Good morning to everyone except that bitch, Carole Baskin." I swear. That's so funny. Okay. Let's see what she says. I think the guy that I liked on Dancing with the Stars didn't make it. He was the first to be eliminated. The Oakley guy. Let me get into my damn Discord here, because I can't find that article now. That's why I started my Discord room. And I always put the articles I want to keep up with in there, because sometimes I go back and can't find them. Okay, let's see. I might not have saved that one. Might not have saved that one. But I'm going to read the one. Let's look at the one. Joe Exotic rips Carole Baskin. Carole Baskin's got it coming. Justice for Don Lewis. That's what Joe says. So Joe Exotic thinks the walls are closing around Carole Baskin, and he's hoping her missing husband's family finally get some answers and justice. The Tiger King rips his longtime nemesis in a phone interview from jail and says Carol's about to pay for years of what he sees as bullying. A source close to Joe tells us the interview was recorded long before Carole started Dancing with the Stars, back when he was behind bars in a Grady County jail in Oklahoma. But it's clear he's all for Don Lewis' family putting renewed attention on his mysterious disappearance. During the phone call, part of the new Discovery ID special, Joe says it's high time Don's family finally finds out what really happened to him. I'm going to play this. Let me get out of my own live stream so I can play this. I knew it would have a damn ad on it. Probably be easier just to play videos from my phone. See what he says. I cannot wait to watch this documentary, y'all.
I'm Gail, one of Don Lewis's daughters. We are a real family, and to us, he was Daddy. I'm Linda, one of Don Lewis's daughters, and we miss our dad. I'm Donna. I'm Don Lewis's oldest daughter. We need to know what happened to our father.
I'm Ann, Don's former assistant. All we're asking is justice for Don.
Don Lewis mysteriously disappeared in 1997. His family deserves answers. They deserve justice. Do you know who did this or if Carole Baskin was involved?
A $100,000 reward has been funded. You can call the tip line at 646-450-6530.
Or call our office at 800-LITIGATE. Thank you.
Okay, must be the next one. Let's see. I like that commercial, but I thought it was going to play another one.
All I can say is don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. And a friend of ours in Tampa, Florida is feeling the repercussions of the way she has lived the last 20 years of her life, thinking she can bully people around. I'm finally glad that Don's family is finally maybe going to get some answers out of this. This is a travesty. This can happen to me. How many other innocent people have they tried? And every one of their cases needs to be reopened and relooked at. I put 5 tigers to sleep because they were in pain. They had toenails coming out of their ankles. They had no teeth. They had exposed root canals.
Wow. Here's what I think. I think Joe was set up for that murder for hire stuff. Do I think he said stuff about Carole Baskin, like, wish that old bitch would die or something like that? I'm sure he did. I mean, look at the videos he would do. He would do videos and, dress up like a mannequin looking like Carole and shoot it and things, but he was smart enough to know if anything happened to Carole, they would have came straight to him. What in the hell is this video? Okay, so here comes Jeff Lowe in. Joe's friend. Joe puts the zoo, gives him like partnership in the zoo. I think they actually put the zoo and Jeff Lowe's girlfriend's name, Lauren. But they eventually just run Joe completely out of that zoo. Jeff Lowe wanted him completely gone. So he reached out to Carole Baskin because he wanted complete control of that zoo, right? Joe completely out of the way. So he reached out to Carole Baskin, and they set it up. They planned to set Joe up for the murder for hire. So Jeff records Joe on the phone. Jeff even admits, did I encourage him during the phone call? Yes, he said. I believe they set him up for that. Now, what happened to the tigers? I don't know. I don't like how any of them treat animals, just to be honest with you. That's the way I feel about it. But I don't think he should be in jail for that murder for hire. Look at the witnesses that testified. Criminals, con men, can't be trusted. Joe claims, the alleged hitman, he gave him $3,000 because he thought he was leaving, going back to North Carolina or something. Needed money. This is Jeff Lowe planned all this with Carole Baskin. That's the way I feel. Oh my goodness. Let me look at the chat here. Carole really didn't do too much when Dawn went missing. By the way, I think she offered like $100,000 reward, but she wasn't really searching for him. Let me get off here. No way NK is in protective custody. This is why I don't like the Watts case. Somebody said she got her name changed. Has that Hey Blue West? Did anybody watch that documentary? Has it? I don't even know if it's came out yet. The Watts documentary. I always thought that North Korea, as I like to call her, Cole Kessinger, I always thought that she changed her identity. She had to. People hated her. People still hate her. I don't look at her as a victim in this case. She knew he was married. I mean, that's my opinion. She looked Shanann up. There'll never be another case like the Watts case, I don't think. Let's see. What am I looking for here? Oh, yeah. There's a missing pregnant lady, y'all. Let me get in my room here. She's missing from New York. And it's not looking good because the last person she was with was her spouse. And he's in custody. She's got a small child and she's 6 weeks pregnant. Let me screen share her picture. Doesn't look good at all. Looks like the spouse did something. I want to read this again. I don't think it said what he was in custody for. I think it said unrelated charges. Her name is, let me see, it's Elizabeth Garrow. She's 19 years old. She's from Central New York. It says the search for a missing 19-year-old mother in Central New York took investigators on Friday to a site about 10 miles from where she was last seen. But they're only saying they're following up on any lead we can. Now, Elizabeth was last seen at a Dunkin' in Canastota just before noon on Wednesday. I probably didn't pronounce that right. She was reportedly with her husband at the time, but she's not been seen or heard from since. Elizabeth is a homebody who dotes on her 1-year-old child. Family members told CNYC Central. And she is 6 weeks pregnant with her second child. She loves being a mother more than anything in the world. She doesn't want to do anything but mother. Not even work, Melissa Bush, one of her sisters, said. Another sister, Emily Lord, said that Elizabeth is very friendly, and to be gone and be like poof is weird. Madison County Sheriff Todd Hood told WSYR that Elizabeth Garrow's husband is currently in custody on an unrelated charge. She's a pretty girl. Her husband was talking to investigators earlier, and he is in custody with us right now, Hood said. Hood said deputies had followed leads to a spot near the shores of Oneida Lake, maybe that's how you say it, about 10 miles from Canastota. We have collars and investigative tools that we use in law enforcement, and it brought us to this location down here, he said. We are in numerous locations around the county and central New York right now, following up on any lead that we can. And that is the main thing I want to get across. Elizabeth Garrow is described as black female, 5 feet 10 inches, with brown eyes and hair. She was last seen wearing jeans with holes and flip-flops. It's the way I dress too. Something's not right here. She's a homebody, just like me. Always at home, you know. She loved being a mother. She's last seen with her husband, and then poof, she's gone. And now he's arrested on unrelated charges. What's those unrelated charges? Probably a criminal. It's a good question, Blue West. I've heard that Nicole Kissinger's, her phone could have pinged off a tower there or something. He was whipped like a circus animal. Yeah. Anyways, I hope they find this young lady. My great-grandmother's name was Elizabeth. I love that name. I'm sure her little girl, her 1-year-olds, wondered where her mommy's at. The hubby did something to her. They must have had an argument or something. I got a feeling that they'll find her shortly. Hope they interrogate the hell out of him. I mean, I can't prove he's involved, but he was the last one to see her. Okay. I saw something else. Oh, yeah, they found a 6-year-old child. He was surrounded by rotting trash. That happened in Pennsylvania. A Pennsylvania couple was arrested this week after probation officers found their 6-year-old child in a bedroom, surrounded by rotting food, trash, and an abundance of flies. Oh, let's look at these two mug shots here. She looked like she'd been smoking some crack or some meth or something to me. I hate to say it like that, but I mean, it's just the damn truth. Her eyes look like they're about to bug out of her head. Him too. I guarantee they're on meth. They're on something. I can always spot someone. I can tell by looking at someone or just listening to them if they're taking something. Because, I used to have a drug problem. I've been in recovery 8.5 years, probably almost 9 now. A long time. A long damn time. But I can spot another addict a mile away. I can just tell. I never did do that crazy stuff, though. That old meth. Mm-mm. Okay, so what else it says about these losers? In fact, trash was everywhere in the Al. Let me see if I can say this Altoona home, according to the complaint filed against Travis J. Huff, 35, and Amanda M. Huff, 36, along with more rotting food and dirty dishes in the kitchen, open trash bags with rotting food and flies swarming, and a dog and cat feces trampled into the living room floor. Jesus mercy on my stars. Hundreds of flies swarmed around the sink and stove in the kitchen, the complaint said. Fly traps in the kitchen and living room were covered with flies. Code officers tagged the home as uninhabitable, the complaint said. Now, let me tell you right here. These two right here, they deserve to be locked in a place like that forever. How could anyone live like that? You know how they can live like that? Because I bet you my bottom dollar they're drug addicts and that's all that's on their mind. They look like they're meth out of their damn head. Okay, let's see. The probation officers who were involved because of previous child endangerment allegations discovered the disgusting living conditions when they visited the home on Wednesday, according to the Mirror. Altoona police charged the Huffs with felony child endangerment and neglect of animals. Blair County Children and Youth Services placed the 6-year-old and a 16-year-old daughter who was at work when the officers visited the home with family members, according to the complaint. The Central Pennsylvania Humane Society removed 2 dogs and a cat and a guinea pig from the home. The complaint said the family moved into the home in the spring, but moved to a motel last week because the water was shut off. They had just returned to the home because the water was back on, according to the complaint. The complaint also said that Travis Huff told police the 16-year-old had stayed behind at the home while the rest of the family was at a motel because of her job. I mean, there's like trash everywhere. It doesn't matter. You know what? If you don't got no water, you carry water. Why don't you got no water? Probably because they're on drugs. Look at their eyes. 16-year-old not even trying to clean anything up left behind because, that's how she grew up probably. She's used to it. You know what I mean? She's used to living like that. Probably don't see nothing wrong with it because it's probably how she growed up. Poor thing. Okay. So the Huffs are in jail. They got a bond of $25,000. It's probably each. Child Services has been involved before. Let me tell you what happens. These people get reported for having these nasty houses and stuff, and they get their kids took. They complete a few parenting classes, and of course, when they keep their house clean because they know the CPS is going to pop up at any time while they're trying to get their kids back, and even after they get them back, they'll keep their house clean and stuff until CPS is no longer involved, right? They think everything's back to normal. His family, has straightened up. Then they go back to their old ways when CPS is out of it. Totally disgusting. What's these two on probation for? She looks like a freaking, I don't know. She got some kind of pink eyeshadow going on. Looks like her eyes is about to bug out of her head. So much child abuse going on. I've been noticing a lot of cases coming out of Pennsylvania. Them two better never get those kids back. They don't need them back. They ought to take them and lock them up in that house. That's what they ought to do. Make them live there. Instead of cleaning up or anything, lazy. I mean, they must never, done nothing, not even cleaned up the dog poop out of the floor. Totally disgusting. Flies swarming everywhere. Those fly traps, you hang from the wall, the sticky things, covered with flies. Oh my gosh. How did they stand going in there and the smell? Yeah, they go back to their old ways. Yeah, after CPS is not involved anymore. Yeah. That's what CPS is. Don't they know that? Don't they know that? Hell, I know that. I've seen people's houses. I've been to someone's house one time, y'all. It was so freaking, I was surprised too. Never been to this person's house before. They look clean. Stepped in the door. I couldn't even take a breath, y'all. I tried to hold my breath. I had to get out of there. It was pure filth. But there wasn't, there wasn't no kids there. Thank God. Gross. Say I never went back after that. Hell no. I'm telling you, you neglect and abuse a child once or an animal, you're going to do it again. They're going to do it again. Could not care about their kids and live in filth like that. Poor 16-year-old out trying to work. I wonder if these two work. Why didn't they have no water? You can't blame not having water on a house being filthy like that. Absolutely not. Back in the old days, they didn't have water. They had to carry it. Their houses was not filthy. They carried water to take baths and everything. That's no excuse. You could still pick up. Go get jugs of water to wash your dishes. There's no excuse. They've always been that way. Nasty sons of bitches. So when you live in filth like that and dog urine, cat urine, that puts off ammonia. That is not healthy. And the smell of trash and stuff. Goodness gracious, those poor kids. They'll probably have to bulldoze that nasty house down. I've seen a couple of gross houses myself. Yes, there's no excuse. Even if you're poor, there's no excuse living in filth. This is what my granny told me. Back when my granny grew up, they was poor. Not, like starving poor or anything, but, poor country family. But my granny said they was always clean. Took a bath every day. They had to carry water and stuff too. My Mama Celeste's house was spotless, my granny says. There's no excuse. Anybody can afford a bar soap. If you don't got much money, make your own soap. Plenty of videos. I've been watching how to make soap. Y'all, I want to make some soap. My granny and them used to make that lye soap. I don't want to make lye soap. I want to make some like oatmeal and I don't know, something like that. Oatmeal soap, coconut, something. Probably rats and roaches everywhere. How could you stand to be in somewhere with flies swarming and them landing on you? See what it is, they live in that filth, they get used to that smell, they can't smell anything. Totally disgusting. I clean every day. I have 4 dogs, y'all. You can walk into my house and it is clean. You cannot tell dogs are in my house. But it takes work. I got to clean up after them. If I skip one day of sweeping and stuff, I'd have dog hair everywhere. And I got OCD. I cannot stand dog hair on stuff. So I'm always sweeping. Thank God I got like laminated floors. I only got carpet back here. Sometimes the little dogs have accidents, and they'll go around the pee path. But I can clean it up real quick. But my house is clean. I got 4 dogs. Not poor, it's not filthy pigs. Exactly. Them people was living worse than pigs, than hogs. I guess that's what you would call, my granny used to call a hog lot. People's houses that are nasty. It's a hog lot. I love a clean home too and a clean bed. I don't know how people go without taking a bath. I used to work at the Dollar General store. And every month when this woman would get her check, she would come in there and she would stink to high heaven. Her hair looked like she had poured grease over it, cooking oil. She would come in there, and this is a true story. She would buy a bunch of junk and not buy any hygiene products. She would pull her money out of her big titties and give it to me, and it would be wringing wet with sweat. I mean, not like dripping, but you could tell the money was like damp with sweat. Oh my God. When she would leave, I'd make sure she was gone in her car out of the way. I would have to disinfect my counter and spray around it. And believe me, the customers that were waiting in line did not mind to wait as I disinfected my hands and stuff. It was horrible. I was like, God Almighty, I have never smelled anybody like that strong. She has to be able to smell herself. She would do it every month. Waste her welfare check on junk at the dollar store, those stupid whatnots and stuff. Not buy any soap, toothpaste, shampoo, nothing. I also like my home to smell like eucalyptus mint, thanks to Wildflowers by Bath and Body Works. Oh, I bet that smells good. They never lose hope. I'm going to get me some peppermint oil. Never lose hope has been telling us about it. You can mix that, I believe she said, with a little alcohol, like alcohol rub, and like spray around the corners in your house for like spiders and stuff. That's safe. Some of those, that spray for bugs is bad on your pets. So you can just use that peppermint oil. See, I just threw up in my mouth. Sorry. Sorry. I remember the first time, y'all. The first time I had to deal with that woman. And as soon as she got out the door, I remembered having to tell my customer, hey, do you guys mind to wait while I disinfect the counters? I mean, you could see the looks on their face. I mean, they were sick. Every month, she would come in there and do that. This woman never took a bath. I mean, she was filthy. Filthy. Face all oily, hair. I mean, it looked like she just poured cooking oil all over it. I've never, till this day, ever run into anyone else like that smelled like that. It was that strong. I use essential oils. Yeah. I've got this thing that sprays like every few minutes. I think it's by Glade. I like that cashmere wood smell. That's what I buy. I buy Febreze too and incense. I'm out of incense right now. I usually burn incense all day long. Mark doesn't like them because they smoke. But I was like, hey, the smoke's not going to bother nothing. It's just incense. I like frankincense. Walmart has some back in the craft section, and those incense are actually really good. One of the wise men brought Jesus frankincense when he was born. Yep. I love that frankincense. I need to get me some candles. I was looking at some Scentsy stuff. Crap, that stuff's expensive, y'all. I'd rather just go buy a Yankee candle. Walmart sells Yankee candles now. A few. anyone happen to see Lady Gaga laugh her ass off at Carole Baskin Dancing with the Stars? Says that's hilarious. No, I didn't see that, Debbie. Mary says, yes, cashmere. I have one of those. They say, yes. Yeah, and the refill, it's only like $5. I get mine at the Family Dollar. Let me tell y'all, if you want to save money, download like the Family Dollar or the Dollar General app. You can clip coupons and buy all your cleaning products there. Pretty cheap. That's where I buy my cashmere wood. They got some candles. I need to get those. Very Mary, I'm a candle hoarder. Hey, send some my way. Send me some candles if you got too many. There's a girl here on YouTube, Amber Lynn Reed. Y'all know who I'm talking about? It's like a really heavyset girl. Like she is a real candle hoarder and one of her roommates. I mean, he showed his candles one time. I think his name's Eric. And it looked like he was in the Bath and Body Works store. He had so many. It was unbelievable how many candles this guy has from Bath and Body Works. Amber too. She's got a lot too. And lotions. I mean, she stockpiles, honey. I love my wax burners. I use Zen and coffee swirl smell. I want something that's really going to smell really strong when you walk into my house. Any suggestions? Any certain kind of candle? I want something that's going to smell strong. I thought about ordering from Scentsy. I know there's a couple of ladies on here that sell that. But it looked kind of expensive to me, y'all. Well, I used to be a candle hoarder until I caught my bathroom on fire and I don't have candles anymore. Oh my God, Chatterbox. She likes honeysuckle. Yeah, honeysuckle smells good. I like pumpkin. I'm obsessed with pumpkin spice, y'all. Smell. I like the candles, the drinks, anything pumpkin spice. Zen will do it, CC. What's Zen, Lisa? Those wax burners smell strong. Well, I got some wax burners, y'all. I got some from Tractor Supply, and they don't smell strong. They do at first. I got some of the pumpkin ones. I had some pumpkin caramel. I have some apple ones. Eucalyptus mint is strong. Is that one's from Bath and Body Works? It's terrible. I make mine. You know what? It's funny you say that. I've always wanted to make my own candles. I guess if you made your own candles, then you could make them really strong, right? Hey, Tremaine. Hey, everybody. Hey, my beautiful blonde. Hey, Tremaine. I hope you're having a good day. Are you working? Zen is a scent for my wax burner, and it lasts days. But where do I find that? Try DW Candles, CC. They are great, and they have awesome pumpkin candles. Let me write that down. DW Candles. Can I order them online? I got to be getting some Halloween decorations. I got to be deciding something. If we're going to do the Halloween party outside or not. I mean, I had to go out there, set up my laptop, take something out there to set it up, or trying to decide decorate outside or in here. It might be cold on Halloween. Thank God it's on Saturday night. But it may be too cold out there. I got to be getting a shirt too. Y'all, let's look at something. I was looking at I ran across those Carole Baskin coffee mugs. I wanted to show them to you. I need to be ordering me a shirt. I'm not going to order a Carole Baskin shirt. I'm going to order a cute leopard print shirt. I'm not going to lie. I like leopard print, but Carole takes it to the extreme. You know what I'm saying? Now, wouldn't that be something if I went around with goat hooves on me or chickens on me, on my clothes all the time? Okay, let's look. Let's shop, y'all. I'm gonna have to take a potty break. Look at that cup. I wish Cement Shoes was in here, like, because he would really. Where's my cursor? He would really love this. Good morning to everyone except that bitch, Carole Baskin. Oh, there's one. Carole Baskin killed her husband. Marked safe from that bitch, Carole Baskin, today. Oh, well, that's not funny. Carole did it. Tiger King. Hashtag Carole did it. I like that cup. I gotta get one of those cups. That's funny. We could probably design our own. She'd probably sue you if you didn't get permission and used her name. Do you reckon? She's something else. She'll be the next to be eliminated on Dancing with the Stars. I bet my bottom dollar. He'd love them all, wouldn't he? Yankee Candles has a wax. It's lemon. My sister uses it and it's strong. Yeah, my mother-in-law got me a Yankee Candle for Christmas. I burn it constantly. And it smelled really good. When I would walk back into my house, I could really smell it. You know, I've got one of those wax warmer things, whatever you call it. Maybe I should get me some of the wax melts by Yankee or something. I'm going to check out what Very Mary said. The DW candles, they're not too expensive. You know, I was looking at some Yankee candles and they was like $30. And I'm like, hey, I'm not paying $30 for a candle. Unless it's like really big. You know, that's really, if you think about it, that is really a lot for a candle. What side is that? I like lemon too. I don't know, Very Mary. What side is that? I'm a little bit lost with that. I'll just be honest. Let's look up the DW candles here, see what they're doing. I never just get the goof off on here. DW home candles. Let's see. Let's go to the shopping. We can shop this morning, yeah. Window shop. We're going to window shop online. It's not too bad. Oh, Amazon has candles? Yeah, but you don't. Probably not even good. Do they have their own Do they have their own site? I see DW Home Jasmine. That looks good. Wild honey nectar. I like using honey shampoo. Christmas tree. I buy the air freshener during Christmas. You know, it smells like a Christmas tree. I love that smell. Like the pine smell. How about that? Well, those candles look nice. I may get on there and try to find their their page instead of ordering from Amazon. Yeah, they do. Okay. I'll find it. I'll find it on my phone, on Google. I hate using this Bing stuff, y'all, that's connected to my laptop. I tried to set Google, on here and use like Google Chrome on my laptop. My laptop didn't want to work. So I had to go back to this stupid Microsoft stuff. It's supposed to be pretty good, but I don't think it is. Anyhow, you can go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's, get all the stuff to make your own soap, your own candles, your step by step how to do it all. Yeah, I've been watching some videos. This lady, she makes all kinds of different kinds of soap. She makes it look really easy, but we'll see. I would like to try it. I'm gonna I like to craft even though I'm not even good at it, but I'm gonna be doing some tie-dye shirts. I've been wanting to do some for months. I go out and I forget about it. I'll get it in Walmart. I'll forget about it. Lisa and her little man, her grandson, made some tie-dye shirts a while back. They looked really good. And I think her daughter helped. They look good. I'm going to try to make some soap. I'd love to make my own candles. Well, guys, I will guess I'm going to get off here and mess around with the dogs. Go check on Annabelle. Go find her some leaves, tree limb. That's what I'm going to do. Anyways, y'all have a good day. I may see y'all tomorrow. May see y'all this evening. If I got some free time, I'll do a live stream if I'm home alone or anything. But anyways, I love y'all. Thanks for chatting. Let's see what Tremaine's saying. I don't window shop. I just buy it. But yes, I do browse a row for a good price. Yeah. Yeah, well, I usually don't window shop unless I'm looking for something, I'm going to buy it right then and there. And I am looking for some candles or some wax melts. So that's probably something else I'm going to do when I get off here. Get back online and look at something to order. I got to have something that smells good. Anyways, I love y'all, and y'all have a great day. Be safe, be kind, and peace.